Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.
Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System's Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
First of all, man, this is awesome. I just want to say how awesome it is to have the 1974 team come back, that championship team, 50 years to celebrate what they've done and to be able to still be around here to come back and celebrate what we got going on with Coach Silva and the Colonels that we have. This has been awesome. We keep reminding people to come back, come support, buy tickets, come back home, come give back to the place that given you so much. So it's been awesome. I've been so excited about this happening. The Rock, Matt, James, they've been calling, making sure that we had the people and making sure that they're going to be able to come to the game and have a spot. And so now that we have it, and we're just so happy to have them and to be able to see them sitting around, still talking, catching up. I always tell them, telling lies, right? That's what we do when we get together, tell the same old stories. But it's so awesome to see this. Life is short, man, and it's good to see people together. We have a new field house, and hopefully we'll be able to break ground in the summer. It's the Henry J. LaFont Senior Field House. Mr. Henry LaFont and his wife Kim gave money to be able to get this project started. We're so excited about it. What it does for our student athletes, for them to be able to have an opportunity to have their own locker room on their field, right to the dugout, for people to be able to come in and visit what's new and what's happening here at Nicholls State University.
Today is a tradition that was started down the road in Chauvin in July, where the baseball, or Cocodrie, the baseball reunion where all the teams from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and on go and have a big day of seafood to help raise funds and get together and camaraderie with all the players from the past years. Coach Silva wants us to have this kind of history, so we decided to have this kind of event, and this is going to be an annual function. Usually against Northwestern because they've one of our biggest nemesis, and we don't like nothing better than to beat a conference opponent.
It's uniquely different with an old boy that came from Texas down here, but it was great. It was a great experience for me, and I hope everybody behind me has a great time playing at this luxurious university.
It was a little different scenario for us. This field's beautiful, and we loved our field. But before the game, we had to go out on the infield and police our area and pull all the rocks off the infield, make sure there were no bad hops. Because Coach Didier would tell us, he said, anybody can field a good hop. It's who can field the bad hops. So it was early stages and all, but we survived because we were good. Everybody on the team, we needed everybody. So we were successful because of not one individual, it was the whole team.
Nicholls State brings back plenty of fond memories. That's why we have such a great turnout here today. We hope we can continue this tradition, and we hope the school a lot of success in all sports. The year is 74 is especially big because we won 5 different sports conference championships that year. Football, basketball, baseball, golf, and tennis. And I don't think that's ever been repeated. So, we're here today to celebrate all Nicholls State athletics, but today is a special occasion for the 1974 baseball team.
We had signed, I took the job in 1980 in January. We played with that group and everything, and then went out and signed a bunch of freshmen that next fall for really 81, and which Matt and Rusty and a whole bunch of, I had 7 freshmen starting the next fall. And then we came up, and so this was a kind of a culmination of them growing up. Had a great junior year, too, 83. But then 84 was really kind of a start for us in Nicholls State baseball, especially in Division I. We started getting nationally recognized then and, started doing some things.
But yeah, we're here today. We heard the '74 team, who almost reached World Series in Division II, was doing something, and I'm sitting there thinking, well, 10 years later it was '84. That was us. So we, unfortunately, we got a few more people deceased out of our class that, than I'd like to say, but and a few of them that were supposed to be here just couldn't make it, and yeah, it was a great experience, man. I wish everybody could experience something like that.
Coming from a small town down here in South Louisiana, it was great coming here. Like Matt was saying, when I got here, it was truly a bunch of really good players here that kind of took me under their wing. Lenny Ford, Matt was one. I knew Matt from high school. Stan Fobb, my childhood friend, was a pitcher here. Skeeter, Mike Touye, Bobby Dickerson. We had some really good players here. Field's really nice now. Field wasn't so great back then, but we made it work. We worked a lot on that field. Coach Knight got us straight on that, and it was a pleasure to work here. We enjoyed it very much. And this '84 team we played on, we had a really good club. We came out the gate really good, finished strong, went to the TAC tournament, and kind of rolled through that tournament. We had some good pitching, some timely hitting, and it was exciting. It was a pleasure to be there, and it's a pleasure to be here today. Like he said, a lot of older guys that we idolize, guys we hadn't seen in a long time. Some of them we haven't even met.
Well, I'm not sure about Mike's situation, but mine, Coach Knight was looking at a third baseman at our junior college, and he said, "No, I don't have a third baseman, but I got this pitcher. He ain't nothing fancy, nothing to look at, but all this son of a gun does is throw ground balls. You need an out, he'll give you an out." And if I remember right, I ended up that first year playing here, Nicholls, I set a team record in games appeared as a relief pitcher.
Probably started this as probably a James Bedro, Tim Email, those guys. They go to buy the lodge or something down to Bayou once a year, and have a crab ball and stuff. So it's just gets to be a little bit camaraderie, be friends, So everybody wants to get with each other. We're getting older in life, so we're trying to stay abreast with everybody, keep up with everybody. But it's fun to be here. I mean, 50 years is a long time for these guys.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.
Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health Systems Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda.
My name is Michael Fish. I transferred in from Missouri, from Illinois. I transferred in the fall of '79 under T.C. Calamise, and then later on played for Coach Knight. I played in the spring of 1980 and '81. I played center field, hit number 2 in the batting order, and I've been here ever since. I made Thibodaux my home, and really enjoy watching the Colonels, and have stayed engaged with the coaches committee throughout the years and the many coaches that we've had here. But great to have this function today and honor the 50th anniversary of the team that almost made it to the World Series, as well as the '84 conference champion.
Well, I actually came to Nicholls as a football coach, to coach tight ends, wide receivers, passing game, and everything. And then I had coached at North Alabama and had played both up there, and actually wound up coaching both up there, in the last 2 years of my career up there. And then when I came to Thibodaux, I was really going to coach football here for a little bit and then take off. And Coach Calamise talked me into coming out and helping him that one spring. And then, again, he was a defensive coordinator. So he turned around, and the next fall, that's why I took over in January, had 5 days to get ready for the season when he left and went to Southeastern as a defensive coordinator. And then 22 years later, I was still hanging around here, and everything and stuff. So we went all the way through it, and then, wound up the last 3 years as the athletic director.
For me, I had a baseball in my hand when I was 4. My dad took care of that, and I worked hard, just like everybody else. You strive, you go through your little leagues, and you get to high school, and you hope you have a shot to come play ball, and Coach Knight gave me a shot, and I came here, and I actually signed as a pitcher and ended up migrating to the outfield, which was a good thing. I definitely wanted to play every day, so it worked out really well.
Well, for me, I'm the last of 5 in my family. My dad played semi-pro ball for the Houma Indians, and I don't know if there was ever a question. I was playing sports, but football, basketball, baseball, growing up tennis, I mean, we did it all. Nowadays they do, they try and specialize, which, I mean, I think it just makes you a better rounded athlete if you do everything. And but like I said, my brother James caught here on the 71 team that went to the World Series. My brother Ted was a quarterback here on the 74, maybe, Gulf South Conference. They won the conference that year, and then I mean, it was fairly obvious I was coming here. So, but yeah, baseball was always and still is. I mean, I can't get enough of come and watch. And now with ESPN3, I mean, I watch all the time, and we always all the guys, we always texting back and forth. Can you believe this and this and that? And the game's changed a little bit, but still baseball. And that's the bottom line.
I transferred here from Missouri Western State in the fall of 1979. I played 2 years of baseball up there, but I got tired of playing baseball in the cold weather. So I had a connection here. Dave Grieve was the student assistant or grad assistant here under Calamies in the fall of '79. Dave was from my hometown up in Illinois, Belvedere, Illinois. And I gave Dave a call. I wanted to transfer in, and I transferred in the fall of '79. Get to a warmer climate and play some baseball. They have the transfer portal today. Back then, if you transferred, you had to have 24 college credit hours before you could play the sport that you were participating in. So I passed 25 college credit hours in the fall of 1979, so I was eligible to play in the spring of '80. And we christened this field in 1980. We christened Didier Field. So, yeah, like Doug was saying, man, I was from out of state, and on weekends these guys would take me home and feed me mama's cooking and do my laundry, and I still stay engaged with Ray Timms, who was a catcher here. I hunt his property, and Ray was my roommate in the athletic dorm, and just wonderful here. I married a local girl, and we're great, man. We got our first grandson, and made Thibodaux my home, man. I haven't gone anywhere since 1979. Thibodaux's my home.
With all these guys, that's what I was just telling some of them just now. I was up in Hattiesburg this morning because my granddaughter's playing soccer for William Carey, but I wanted to be here to see these guys because some of them I haven't seen since in 30, 40 years. The team in 1970 that I played on that went to the College World Series, we get together fairly frequently, but the other teams had not been getting together that great. So just to get back with a lot of these guys was really, really nice. I know everybody says I'm the voice of Nicholls, and to me that refers to people that do radio broadcasts and stuff like that. I'm the stadium announcer, and my job, I enjoy doing that. I volunteer to do that because of what I feel I owe to Nicholls State University, to try to pay Coach back and the university for everything they did for me. And I have fun doing it, keeps me in touch with baseball and everything, and football, and so I enjoy doing that. No, it's just a great opportunity to see guys that meant so much to you when you were younger and everything, to see how they're doing and everything like that. Plus, we're losing guys every so often. People pass away. Just recently, Darrell Hebert, who was a member of the 74 team, I played with Darrell 2 years, and that hits us all. So when we have an opportunity to get together and see everybody, we want to try to make it, because you don't know if next time you won't be around for it. So